Hey guys, what's going on? Big Lou here for a very special unboxing. As you can see, I have acquired a 1985 Vintage Tamiya Wild One buggy kit. This was my first RC car when I was 10 or 11 years old. I received it for my birthday. I'm 46 years old, so I'm an old fart right now. Now, there's two versions of this kit. There's the Japanese version and then there's the American version. The Japanese version, the only difference is it's written in Japanese and the American in English. So I have the American version. And what's funny is that when I acquired this past Wednesday and I read the box, I instantly remembered when I was 10 or 11 years old reading it. So it just brought back tons of memories. And I'm actually stoked that I have the original kit. So without further ado, before I dig in and do this vintage unboxing, let's hear a word from our sponsor.
And here's the Wild One. Popular two-seater styling of off-road buggies, the Wild One has the looks, speed, and handling capabilities that make it a real winner. With quick assembly, a roomy bathtub chassis and trailing arm suspension all around, plus coil over all oil-filled shock absorbers, the Wild One meets the challenge for high-performance off-road racing. This performance begins with the RS 540S motor, mated to a sealed gearbox using a competition differential. This power is then fed to the twin half shafts contained within flexible rubber boots to protect the universal joints from dirt contamination. These shafts drive the racing wheels with low-profile spiked tires that provide tremendous traction. The highly detailed nylon and metal roll cage and the almost indestructible polycarbonate body give the Wild One the strength to withstand the tough grinds of competitive circuits. Notice the easy access to the bathtub chassis, with plenty of room for any radio system. Front coil over oil-filled shock absorbers. Rear shock system and powertrain. The Wild One.
And we're back. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of that history. That was the commercial that was airing in 1985 for the Tamiya Wild One. I figure since I'm doing an unboxing of a vintage kit, let me just add the commercial there for memories. So without further ado, guys, as you can see, I have the vintage on the table and I have the reissued Wild One on the table. So you guys can see the difference, and if you guys decide to purchase a vintage one, then you guys are gonna know what to look for. So you guys won't get scammed on Amazon or on Craigslist or eBay. So there's two more kits right now on eBay, but they're from Japan and they're the Japanese versions, but it's the same thing, it's vintage. So one is going for like almost 500, and then if you add, you know, like the shipping, probably like 550. And there's another guy in Japan that's selling his for like 600 and something, not including shipping. So you'll probably pay like 7. So without further ado, guys, now the vintage Wild One, the model number on that is 5850. And the reissued one is 58525. So those are the model numbers. Now, let's take a look at the box. So as you can see, the vintage is much bigger than the reissue, as you can see. Now, some of the differences is the logo, as you can see. Wild One with the eagle, that's the vintage. And the reissue is gonna say Wild One Off-Roader. So if somebody's trying to sell you a vintage Tamiya and it says Wild One Off-Roader, you're buying the reissue. They're basically scamming you. This came out in 2012. This is the reissue. So also what's a dead giveaway, the driver has a red helmet and all the stickers, all the logos are fake sponsors, all fake sponsors. Now when you go to the vintage, the driver has a white helmet And of course, BF Goodwrench, Monroe, Western Auto. You got all real sponsors. These are the real deal. So that's another indicator that you're buying a vintage Wild One kit. So again, take a look at the box and then take a look at the reissue. Now, let me get the reissue off the table so we can open it up. So here we go, guys. I'm gonna show you the box again. There it is, the model number 5850 right there. The box is in great condition, as you can see. A little bit of damage right here, little crack, but I put tape on there. Here's another side of the box, and there you go. Let me move this to the side. Now another difference is the internals. So there you go. The reissued Tamiya doesn't come with a blister pack. It comes in bags. So, and of course it says Wild One right here, and here goes the reissued one. Wild One off-roader, no blister pack, everything comes in bags. All the bags are in this black box, all the hardware, all that stuff. That's how the reissued looks like, and this is how the vintage looks like. So, as you can see, everything is packed. Here are the tires. They're in nice condition. They're a little bit faded, not a lot, but you can't really tell, but I can. But they're still soft and stuff. They're still good. You have all the trees, all the part trees put on the side. Everything is sealed. Nothing is broken. There you go. Now we have the body. They're supposed to be taped on this cardboard that's holding it right here, but it came off, but the tape is actually there, but it's the original. So there you go. Put this to the side. Here are the stickers. All original sponsors. There you go. Now you know what you're looking for. And then you have the blister pack. This obviously doesn't come in the re-release, and of course what's very obvious, you have the mechanical controller, and then the new one brings the electrical one. So, and of course you got everything in the blister pack. There you go. So I'm gonna lift this up carefully because I don't want to mess it up. There you go. Put this to the side. You got your bumper. Another thing on the bumper, it's gonna be hard to see, but there's an engraving right here on my thumb and on the other side. That's it. Now on the re-release, it has engravings on the corners, on the middle right here. Just follow my thumb on the middle here and on the middle there. So if somebody's trying to sell you a vintage kit and let's say it's missing the bumper, check the bumper. Make sure that it only has an engraving right here across. That's it. That's for the vintage. It's got the bumper. Of course, these are for the shocks. This is for the battery tray and stuff, all separate hardware. The adapters for the rear. Now, the hardware. They come sealed, purple, like a light green and a brown, as you can see. On the reissue, everything comes in two big bags. They don't come like this. So when you're inspecting your vintage Wild One to make sure it's vintage, this is how it comes with. All sealed, green, purple, and brown. Everything is separate. Got the plastic bearings or whatever, more hardware. Comes with the lube, the grease. Got the wheels. Everything is packed, nothing's damaged. Got the body, well, not the body, the figure, the little man, and then of course you got your antenna too. Now another difference is when you take this brown box out, there you go, now you have the chassis. So another thing, another scam that they might try to pull on you is that they might not have a 100% complete vintage kit. Oh, I'm missing the chassis. So these chassis, the vintage, they come out solid. See this plate right here where my finger is? That's solid. This has to be solid on both sides. Now the reissued one has a cutout right here. It's open. So you can put your battery wire through there to connect to the RC. So this is vintage. So there you go. Remember, it has to be solid on both sides for it to be vintage. If it's re-release, it has a cutout right here. One big cutout. Now, of course, we have the manual. That's in actually great condition. There you go. It's a little bit faded, but, and it also has all the all the original mailings and stuff. I guess, you know, little red card that comes with it, little warning thing. So it's in pretty good condition. Not bad at all, just a little bit faded. Now, to compare it to the re-release, this is the manual for the re-release right here. See the difference? Just move this to the side. There you go. Re-release, vintage. So there you go, guys. My childhood right here on my workbench. Very, very nice. I am so stoked and happy. So now, am I gonna build it or not? Well, I'm not gonna build it now because obviously I have the reissued one, so I'm gonna play with that. Also, I'm trying to acquire my original transmitter that I got with this kit, and it's the Futaba Magnum Jr. So I saw some on eBay, but they're not complete. I just missed a sale this past October for a 100% complete transmitter with the servos, the speed control, everything. So I know they're out there. I just gotta be patient. So, but if I do get that transmitter, then I will be building this. I'm gonna build it 100% complete, the same as what's on the box. So, all right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing of my childhood, and I guess see you on the next one. Later.